All right, as promised, this is the video on how to make a box plot. FYI, I decided to do this video as a voiceover, so it might sound a little bit different. In this problem, we're actually going to be making two different box plots. And the reason that we're doing that is because it allows you to see a comparison in the variation of the data. All right, for either of these, what I always begin with is looking at the low number and the high number and plotting those 2 points first. So for class A, you have the 30 and the 100. All right, so for each of those, what you're going to do is just put a dot. So they're going to be lined up horizontally where it says class A. What I like to do next is go ahead and connect those together with a straight line. Now, some of that is going to get erased a little bit later, but what it does for me is allows me to at least get it somewhat lined up nicely. All right, next, the lower quartile, the median, and the upper quartile. When you mark those, you're not going to be doing those as little dots, but you're actually going to draw these lines because eventually all that gets blocked off into what is called the box. All right, by the way, while I'm doing that, the two dots, when you first plot those, that does actually tell you what the range and the value is. It gives you that full spread. Okay, and then what the box is going to do is help break down like the density in the areas. All right, so those extra spots, once you have the box plot, just erase them, and there you are. That's your little box plot. All right, for the next, the low value is 50 and the high value is 90. So again, I'm gonna put dots at those values. These are the ends of the whiskers. All right, so you connect those and you can already see at the very beginning here that the range of values for class B is gonna be much smaller than class A. All right, go ahead and mark off the other three numbers. That's gonna build that box. All right, when I'm all done with this, I'm gonna add a little bit more to the picture that isn't really necessary, and it's gonna be very redundant because I'm gonna write the same number all over the place, which is 25%. But the idea behind box plots is that we actually get to break the data into like into fourths. You take all your data and divide it up into fourths. So each of these sections, a whisker and a half of a box, those each represent 25% of the data. So in class A, you can actually see that at the very beginning, or to the left there, you have a really big whisker. That means that the data is very spread out in that area, and you probably have an outlier. But class B, you're going to notice that they're all about the same size, which is going to give you that more symmetric looking graph. So when you're all done with this, you should probably go back to the first page and take a look at those graphs as a comparison.